down. All right. Yay. Yay. Good job. So I'm above you to your right. Can you hear me okay? Take your time. Slow your breathing.
Should I turn right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Hold that heading right where you are.
Okay. And I'm just doing my housekeeping now.
Take your time. I'm above you to your right. Slow your breathing. Remember, I can hear your breathing, right?
Okay, good.
Chest
Just a
strap.
reminder.
Chest strap loose. There you go. Scoot those leg straps. Oop, he's squirming around a little.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay,
Brakes are popped. Good.
Okay.
All right, so do you see me? Up to your right. Look up to your right. There we go. Okay, so no turns, no turns. Just hold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're going to do a turn. Actually, now we'll do a left turn 90. Look at me. Left turn 90, go, go, go. And now look at me. And
Okay.
I don't want you to take your eyes off of me really at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna drive forward on the front.
Okay.
There you go. So we can come just a little bit closer.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just driving. Looking good.
Okay.
And why don't you try backing up using your brakes a little bit? Back up a little bit so you're... There you go. And now let them off. And you moved into position. You did that all yourself.
Okay.
All right, stay forward on your chest strap. Elbows back. There you go. And if you can't see me, obviously you got to look behind your riser a little bit.
Yep.
Ah, relax. Now, you can also... Let's see, I'm going to trim it a little flatter. You go to a little brakes. Yep, a little bit more brakes. A little bit more brakes. Hold those brakes. Hold your heading. Good. Just look at me. You're looking at the drop zone. We're in a perfectly good location. We're right next to each other.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
Can I try rear risers?
Absolutely. Look at me when you do it. Oh, you turned away a little.
Okay.
All right, good. Let's do a right turn. We're going to do a 90-degree right turn starting now. Look at me, head switch. Keep looking, finish that turn. Good. Very nice. Good job. So you can try another rear riser flare if you want to. Good. That was more symmetrical.
Okay, I worked on it.
It's helping. Very nice.
I'm going to do another one.
If you want to. Breathe in slow. Good. Isn't this lovely?
It is. It's amazing, actually.
Yep. Getting big, getting small. All right.
I forget about that.
All right. So we're at 23. So I'm going to descend, and you can apply some brakes.
Okay.
Just so we have a little separation.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you in a while. That was wonderful. I really enjoyed that.
I did too. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah. Not so scary.
Oh, very cool.
Yep. All righty. Fly in my box. Starting my downwind. Do a swoop turn, so I'm going to cut in a little bit. Riding my brakes. I'm going to carve into this one. awesome. I believe in you. I believe in you. Push, 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 push. Yes, yes.
Hello, I'm Brian Germain, and I would like to help you become a better and safer skydiver. There's a lot of information that needs to be assimilated, and going to the drop zone is but one way to get that information. As a matter of fact, it may not be the best way, depending on who's teaching you and how much time they have to dedicate to your training. You may or may not get all the information that you need in order to get through the experience safely and get through your ultimate graduation to become an A-licensed skydiver. And so as a jumper over, well, gosh, I don't know precisely how many jumps I've got, but it's over 15,000 and approximately 35 years of jumping out of planes. I've put together quite a bit of understanding, not the whole story, but quite a bit of understanding on the topic. And I realized quite a few years ago that if I just sat down and just sort of wrote it all out, starting with a book and then writing it out into seminar PowerPoints, and then traveling the world, teaching lots of classes, literally all over the planet, I realized that I could do a pretty good job of helping guide people through the course stuff and get over some hurdles, possibly avoid some accidents. And so what I introduce to you today is something I created called Parachute Flight Safety. It's a video series that is 8 hours long, and we tack on some extra materials on top of the existing 7 different programs, going from the very basic information about how parachutes fly, structure and function kind of topics, all the way up through more advanced accuracy concepts and navigational concepts, and the kind of stuff that you're going to need to know. And you'll get all this information, or almost all of it, if you hang it at the drop zone all the time for the next several months. But some of you haven't even gone to the drop zone yet, and you're just sort of thinking about it. And that's the perfect time to start, right here at home. You can start down this very long path of becoming a skydiver by studying, by learning. And this has not been done before, at least to my knowledge, where now we've got tests, and we've got loads of videos that fit in with those tests, and you take the test and you go, oh wow, I didn't get all those questions right. Fine. Gravity doesn't grade on a curve, so I need to know all of it, and there's a time code in each of these tests where you can go back and find out in the video, not just specifically what the answer was, but what you really need to know to be able to get kind of get that information deeply assimilated in your mind, because things happen fast up there and surprises do occur. The experiences that I've had have blown my mind, where I thought for sure I kind of had an understanding of it, and then boom, there's something like, didn't think of that one. Didn't know that can happen. So that's why I do what I do. All these hours that I've spent talking to video cameras and talking in live video conferences with folks all over the world, individuals, groups, sometimes very large groups. This information seems to be really helping people. And some of you are going to be enjoying this stuff as instructors. You're going to be learning from the material that I put together so that you can teach your students better. And I think that's great. That's one of my favorite aspects of teaching, is, as I say, teach the teacher stuff. And I've done that in many, many countries where they gather together all the instructors from that country, and I teach them how to teach parachute flight better, because that's really the hard part. There's lots of folks that will teach you how to fly your body in free fall. You just go to the wind tunnel, and there are amazing people who can really refine your skills in how to fly. But once the parachute's open, it gets complicated. And so that's where a guy like me comes in. All these years of designing and building parachutes and testing them out, many, many hundreds of different prototypes that I've built and tested and learned from. And so you're going to get the benefit of that information and of the empirical analysis of data that I've kind of drawn some conclusions that are different, that are distinct from what is normally taught, closer to the truth of what's actually happening, because I prefer to attack all this stuff from the perspective of science, of what is true, gleaned through actual tests, numbers, experiments, instruments, and separating out the confounding variables, so that we're not dealing in opinions, we're dealing in facts. So I hope that you take a close look at what we've got here in the Parachute Flight Safety video series on Adventure Wisdom. You can stream it, you can download it, you can even get a flash drive in the mail along with my book, which I think you'll find is very, very helpful as a companion to this program. It's called The Parachute and Its Pilot. People seem to really like it. On the 5th edition, I keep rewriting it and adding more material to it as I continue to add more videos to the Adventure Wisdom the library that's going to help you become safer. I know that I can't help everybody avoid every hiccup in this sport, but with enough effort on your part, I think you'll be able to get through this in a way that is pretty smooth, that you're able to get over that initial hump where you've got the information deficit and you don't really know what to do in every scenario. But if you fortify yourself with information, skydiving is very doable. It's a very reasonable thing to do, and it is absolutely worth it. Best thing I've ever done. So join me, Parachute Flight Safety. I'll see you there.
As long as you're having fun, well, do everything.
So what do you choose? Love or fear?